So welcome everybody and welcome to the 5th round of the EnduroGP. We are in Slovakia and we are going to give you some details about this race. So for tonight, or this afternoon, it's going to be in the afternoon, we will start, the first couple will start at 4:30 p.m. So in 35 minutes, 40 minutes. You will leave from the time check that you're going to use tomorrow all day and Sunday. So after you leave the TM gate, you will get on your right the time check. Everybody will start from that point. You will follow the red signs. You will arrive to the special test in 2 minutes. You will make the super test. You will make the round through the normal road on the entrance of the paddock. You came to your service, and the final time check is going to be again on the same time check. Okay? So we have a double time check to start and to finish. That is going to be just after the gate from the TM. From the third, we will call it the third paddock. So the first one is the one in the grass, the second one is this one, and the third is going to be that one, okay? To explain better after the circulation. The order is the normal one, so we will start by the reverse order. We will start with the open, then the youth, junior, and GP. The national riders will not going to do the super test this afternoon, okay? We will give 1 hour to make everything, so to start, make the super test, come to the paddock, make your service, and going to the Parc Fermé. Of course that you can enter earlier, as normally, okay? We will give you 3 minutes to go from the time check till the Parc Fermé. We are talking about 500 meters, you need 1 minute. We are giving 3 minutes. So you make the final time check over here, then you have an extra time check in the entrance of the Parc Fermé. Is the same for tomorrow, huh? I want you to pay attention for tonight's circulation on the paddock and for tomorrow. Always remember, people that are on the paddock 1, the grass one, they will come to the paddock, they will make the service, they have to leave the paddock, so they will be in the opposite way, some meters. They will get the main road, they have to enter on the second paddock, so the Yamaha, they will make through the third paddock and they will arrive to the time check. Okay? So it's compulsory to pass through this paddock. They cannot go directly by the road. Only the nationals can go directly to the time check. All the GP, the junior, and the youth, and open, you must pass through the paddock 2 and 3. Okay? It's clear for everybody? Any questions for tonight? Mauricio took 1 minute 46 to make the super test. So we are making 2 riders for each 2 minutes with a gap of 5 minutes. I think it will be enough for everybody. Okay? Red signalization. Start. You go to the super test, make the super test, you will make a big round, you will find a service arch, the same that you enter here on the paddock. You will be a bit after the red arch, okay? So you will have a shortcut over there, then you drive through the paddock 1, paddock 2, paddock 3, and you get the time check. Then 3 minutes to arrive to the Parc Fermé. You need the environmental mat from you on the Parc Fermé, okay? So remember to get the environmental mat with you, okay? Any doubt for today? Okay, tomorrow. We will start at 9 o'clock as usual. The order is going to be GP, Junior, Youth, Open, and then the nationals. We have 70 nationals here. We have 201 riders in the total. And we will start, of course, by the classification of the standings from the World Championship. You will have 2 riders, each 1 minute, with a gap of 5 minutes between classes. The only class that will leave free for a minute, it's going to be the nationals. They will have free riders for each minute. Okay? we will have a H-shaped race, which means that we will have 2 loops for each lap, and we will have 2 different colors. You will start with the red signalization, so the first loop is red. You will get the extreme just after you leave the paddock, so warm up well, because in 2 minutes we are going to be on the extreme. From the extreme, you are going to the cross test, and then you come to the paddock. You make your service. The circulation is the one that I already told you, and you will find the time check over there. Then you will start with the blue loop, okay? So blue signalization. You will drive, you will arrive to the Enduro test, you make the Enduro test, come to the paddock, service, time check. Is clear for everybody? Now, special attention. On the last lap, and I will explain you afterwards which is the last lap, you will find the pre-finish tomorrow. You will find the pre-finish on the A-Service arch. So when you come through the main road, you will have the pre-finish there. You will come to the paddock, you will make your service, and the final time check is going to be on the same time check that you have been using all the day. We give you an extra minute to do that. So we will have 16 minutes on the pre-finish. Okay? 1 extra minute. You will find the open class and the nationals. We will find some shortcuts on the track that Mauricio will explain you afterwards. For the GP tomorrow, the weather forecasts say that we're going to have rain. So tomorrow we will have a race with 2 laps, 2 complete laps, and half a lap. The third one is half a lap. So we are going to make only the red loop on the third lap. So we will skip 1 Enduro test. We are talking about 1 lap with 2 hours 44. 2 hours 44. It still has a plan B, so it can be even bigger. Okay? So each lap is 2 hours 44, and we decided tomorrow to make only 2 laps and a half. So 2 complete laps and only the first loop with the extreme and the cross for the EnduroGP Junior and Youth. Okay? The other 2 classes, Open and National, we're going to have 2 complete laps as normally. Okay? Finally, from myself, we will have some road checks on the track. All the road checks are signalized with blue flags, which means that it's compulsory to stop. Especially one that you will find on the second loop. We will have a railway without any gates. The trains will not going to stop for sure, and it's really dangerous. So it's compulsory to stop in each road check. The blue flags are there, so by the code you have to stop. If not, you will get the penalty. Okay? So pay attention to this. I think for myself is all. The last thing that I want to tell you, again, 2 hours 44 each lap and 77 kilometers. Mauricio will give you the full details of the track, of the rally, and also from the special tests. We have a special test with 2 minutes from here, so be warned. And all the others, you walked it already, they are really long. They are really long, so be careful, and I wish you good luck to everybody, nobody gets hurt. Thank you very much.
Hello. So let's talk about the details of the race. After the start, you have 2 minutes to arrive to the extreme test. I ride it in 2 minutes 14. After the extreme test, you have a long transport to arrive to the cross test in around 52 minutes. This is the more technical one. There is deviation for the open and the national, and probably is the most demanding part of the race. You arrive to the cross test. I ride it in 9 minutes and a half, and after the cross test, you arrive in 8 minutes to the paddock for the service. This is the red loop. After the time check 1, you go to the enduro test. Also here there is a long part of 42 minutes to ride Also, this is completely off-road and quite technical, but I think is more relaxing compared to the first one. I ride the Enduro test. I spent 16 minutes and a half. I hope you probably will be faster than me. And from the Enduro test to the time check 2, again to the paddock, is 11 minutes. I suppose that you will have at least 8 minutes for the service, but we are working to make a B time schedule because we check the meteo forecast for tomorrow and we expect rain since the beginning of the race. So these times I made with the dry condition, and for tomorrow we have some maybe shortcut to apply, or we give also a bit of more time. So the time schedule will be published after this briefing. Special attention. The B will be published and will be the one that we will use. Pay attention, the red and the blue signs. First one is red, the second is blue. There is many crossing between the both loops. So just pay attention to the color that you have to follow, and you cannot make mistakes because it's very well signalized. For example, because in the Enduro test, you will pass, the first time that you pass in front of the Enduro test is after the cross test. So it's the red loop. So you will just pass in front, but you will not enter in the Enduro test. The second time you arrive from another side, you go to the Enduro test, you will ride it, with the blue signs, of course, and when you go out, you have to follow the blue signs again, and after a couple of minutes, the road is divided again. So you have many kind of situation like this, and pay attention to just follow the correct color of that loop.
Remember that the red one is extreme and cross, the blue one is the Enduro test.
Open and National has the green signs that show some deviation in the most difficult part. If it's raining, maybe we will use also for the EnduroGP rider, but we will manage it, and there is marshal in each deviation. Pay attention that before arriving here at the service, there is a railway station. There is a railway crossing. That is not. There is not the barrier there. You have just to stop and check it. Will be a road check there, so you are obliged to stop. But anyway, pay attention because the train there is passing. As you said here, there is traffic on the railway as usual, but there is no barrier, so you have to stop and check that the train is not stopping. Okay, if it's clear and there is no question, good luck and have a good race.